Hello and welcome back to Tesla News. My name is Marian and I'm your host today, and I'm covering with you more updates regarding the renting services that are out there that are getting more and more expensive. So we have to discuss that and the Tesla killers and where they are right now. But first, we will start with the new car sales price, now over $46,000. In October 2021. That is the last numbers we have, and this is $5,266 more than in the year before in 2020. So car prices are increasing, and I do see a market for the compact EV here, which could go into a market below the average price of an American new car, and that would be enormous demand that is laying over there. We still have to figure out if in the next 2 to 3 years, if that kind of car would come, if they would build that here in Austin, in maybe another factory on the same place here. Let's see how this is going to be. Then regarding the luxury brands and the new registrations in last year, these are numbers from November. Tesla was very close catching up to BMW here with the plus change of 75%, bigger than anybody else in this market in the top 10. What I find very important is once the numbers for the entire year are official, because US numbers are just to be guessed right now, I think that Tesla might have been already in the first spot here for the US luxury market in 2021. And I think it is just a question of time till Tesla will further catch up to mass production car companies once the factory here in Austin is getting to full production. Talking about Austin, it looks like they might produce their first cars in this quarter, but it looks like it's going to be more like the end of this quarter, which could be fitting for Grünheide as well. Once all the paperwork is done over there, I think it could be matched, Austin and Grünheide starting at the same time. That is what I'm actually expecting to happen. So both are in the same situation in test vehicles doing right now. Then for the AMD Ryzen chip, just one more time, there was a lot of discussion. There were many people as well on my German channel saying that makes actually no sense that the range is decreased because of the AMD Ryzen chip, but just wanted to clarify that this is an official statement from Tesla. So I do expect that this is correct and that they do know what they are doing as work. So I think they wouldn't put any official statement outside if they are not sure that this is the case. The next topic is especially regarding the rental services. There are more rental services as always, but first we start with the Tesla killers. Because look at this, where are they actually? Yes, the Audi e-tron with 70k euros and the Jaguar I-Pace are definitely in a higher price segment. But for example, the Ford Mustang Mach-E is one where you say, well, where are you? You have a price tag of around 47,000 euros. Just for an example. So there is no reason why this car shouldn't be bought more. Just when you take the price tag. If you do like the car, it's a different story. But just putting that in perspective here, of course, the Porsche Taycan is a way more expensive car than the Model 3. On the other hand, I believe it clearly shows that the media that clarified that this could be Tesla killers were just wrong. Then now coming to the rental fees and costs, which are just getting insane here. We do have a very good objective view here from Chris Andrews, who's put the numbers together, and we can clearly see that Tesla leasing is actually the best to do. You have a lower price per month, but still you have to put money on up front. But the prices that we can see with all these rental services and monthly subscription models, they get pretty insane. And I must say it is getting to a point where the prices are so high that if you get the money right and you have good financial stability, you should be actually considering buying a Tesla yourself, because it can be, depending on the model and the extras you buy, it can be cheaper. Of course, it depends in which location you live. If you're in the city and you still have to pay for parking and all this, then it might be cheaper or better to go with a subscription model. But if you're looking at a place where you have your own parking spot, I don't see why you shouldn't buy a Tesla or lease a Tesla from Tesla directly. That is way cheaper than going with other providers out there. And I think that will be an interesting market where this is all going to head to, because if we are thinking about 5-6 years ahead and we talk about the robo-taxi fleet, the question will still be, is Tesla going to be making cheaper prices or so cheap prices that it is not profitable for rental services to go with the robo-taxi fleet too? Because they somehow have to make money, and Tesla will be able to be more competitive as a company because they can actually put the prices so low that it is getting out of competition. So that will be the question of the business model we have with Hertz and others. If it's going to be profitable in 5 to 6 or 7 years once robotaxis come. Then looking at the Tesla sales in other countries, especially Canada, 23,000, South Korea 17,000, Australia 11,000. What I find interesting here, a bit surprising actually, is Canada. I was actually expecting way more cars to be delivered to Canada last year, especially as it is a market directly connected to the US market, and especially as the Fremont factory is not so far in perspective away from Canada, depending where you live in Canada. So 23,000 is not too much, especially if I compare that to numbers that we had here in Germany for the entire year from Tesla shipping from Shanghai through the entire world to Europe. So that is a bit weird. And what I find interesting is South Korea. It's a market that not many people look at. And South Korea is definitely a market where you can find 17K. That is a very good number. It's not far away from Shanghai. In Australia, I was expecting more as well. By the way, if you are from Germany, I'm doing a German channel on electric car news. You can find me there or on my podcast Tessie Supply on Spotify and Amazon Music. So I'm glad to have you here. Thank you.